Every music artist strives to create a fresh, original, unique voice, to be the trendsetter in the music industry when they're coming up, right? Nobody wants to be like, oh, I'm like that or I'm like this. They want to be a culmination of 3 or 4 different people to be as unique as possible. The primary obstacle lies in competition. You tend to compete rather than acknowledging your distinctive, unique talent. But when you do this, you struggle to identify what truly sets you apart from everybody else. So when you go back and forth with the comparisons and the competitions, this ultimately stifles your growth, and it allows you to conform to what's already out there, and it sinks you down in that spaghetti sauce, if you will, getting lost in the sauce. Well, my question to you is, do you want to venture out into uncharted waters, right, and create your own wave and ride it, or do you want to pick up and scavenge on the crumbs of leftover attention and acknowledgement left over by the other artists who've already done their thing and who are already out in the marketplace? Either way, you will get some form of success, but how much do you really want, and how unique do you want to be in order to chart your own path? We're going to talk about that coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham. Let me say this. The struggle to understand your unique gifts and talents is a universal thing, right? Everybody has that struggle, okay? When I found my groove in the music industry, I said, okay, cool, I got it. Let me explain to you how this can happen for you. Okay, so we need to identify the top 3 artists in your genre. Before you even go there like, yo, why would I do that? I'm totally unique. Hear me out. In the vast sea of the music industry, it's important to identify the big fish. It is the top artists in your genre. They're not just competition. They're the shining beacon setting the standards and benchmarks of success. By understanding them, you're not merely sizing yourself up against them, but learning the dynamics of the music industry to carve your own distinct path. So check it out. I'll use Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, and Cardi B. Right now, those are the top 3 female rappers. So now we see the benchmark of success. One may say, hey, the benchmark of success is rather low. But when you look at what they do all around, performance, style of dress, it might not be your style. The lyrics might not be your style. That is the benchmark for success. So if you want to rise above that, what do you need to do to rise above that to, say, have a different message, a more positive message, an uplifting one? What do you need to do to change the benchmark of success? This is why we have to understand the top 3, because this is where the public's perception of the genre and the type of artist, the female rapper, is. Even though we have others like Rhapsody, and we got come on, is it not Lil Sims, Kari Fo. We got so many other rappers out there. But the thing is, you want to size yourself up against them, see how you compare, how you are different, right? And then from there, we can start to climb the ladder to position ourselves the right way. That's why we need to identify that. So like you have J. Cole and Lil Durk with the All My Life record. That one is kind of to the right of what's going on. It's not the negative side. It's a more positive song. There was room for positivity. And the same thing goes in female rap. There's room for positivity. It's wide open. And if anybody was like a Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu blend, and you throw a little pepper, a little Rhapsody on top of that, you stir it up, bow, you put that out there, come on, man. Over with, because the lane is wide open, because the benchmark is set at Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Okay, you got Lotto, you got, Coi Leray, you got all these people, but the rest of them, that's it. That's the royalty right there. You got all those people. So when you do that, you can see how open the lane is and where you can fit in. And if you can't fit in, understand it's going to be a rough ride. Now, we want to understand their age and location preferences. This is going to get deep. Music has the magical ability to resonate across borders and generations. It does. But as an artist, understanding the specific demographics that align with successful artists in your genre can be a game changer. This knowledge will not only guide you to tailor your music to reach the right audience, but also alleviate the internal pressure of trying to conform. Remember, catering to a specific demographic is not about restricting your music. It's about playing the right chords that resonate with those individuals who will love your music the most. Now, you all know my rule of 3. I don't know if it came up before this video or if it's coming out after it, because I'm pre-recording all this stuff. But the point is, after you get to a certain age, your fan base starts to die down, and you only become left with really the core fan base, not the bandwagoners. The bandwagoners leave. So it's important to understand, how long has this artist been out in the market? What is their age, right? Because we all know by 27, 28, you're not frivolously spending anymore. The children are starting to come in, and so money ain't flowing in or flowing out that fast like it was in your early 20s. So if the artist isn't that old now, you get what I'm saying? Or if they're old enough, they're getting ready to hit that 30, then we know the money ain't going to flow that fast. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, I got time to come in because I'm 22. So I got room to make my footprint. And then what's really going to make you unique is the location you come from. So think about all the female rappers that's from New York. You got Nicki, Cardi, and Ice Spice right now kicking down New York. But you really only have one standout or two standout artists from the South. Meg Thee Stallion and Lotto. That's it. You got these other little artists that are just, trying to get their little pieces of fame, but they're not standing out as hard as them. You get what I'm saying? So remember, catering to a specific demographic is not about restricting your music. It's about playing the right chords that resonate with those individuals who will love your music the most. Okay? So once you understand the competition's age and location, you understand your age and location, where you fit in, then you can begin to tailor your music to reach that audience the right way. And you know the timing. Now, of course, some of this is advanced. You might not understand what I'm saying, but if you book a call, I'll explain it. All right, now, discover your unique attributes. We got to go here again. We got this. We know the top three. We got their age and location and your age and location. But now we got to get onto your unique attributes. Every successful artist possesses unique attributes that have contributed to their success. By learning and understanding these unique traits, you can uncover a gold mine of inspiration. This process is not about imitation. Instead, it's an opportunity to nurture and refine your own creativity and to further distinguish your unique voice in the music world. Okay? Let me talk about her. I'm talking about female artists today. Her. She's got an Instagram post. I mean, it's about like 12 posts down now, according to this date. Maybe 12 or 14 posts down. But she's playing Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way, in a Spotify brunch or dinner or whatever it is, somewhere in Cannes, I believe. And what sets her apart is, even though she has a sexy style of dress, it's conservative. That sets her apart. She plays instruments. That sets her apart as well. So she's on guitar in the middle of this brunch playing with some random band. It's not even her. She just asked to borrow the guitar and play the song. But this is her unique ability, her musicianship. And so she highlights the musicianship and the songwriting and all of this and puts that on Front Street to make that unique. Versus others who may focus on the performance aspect of things. So whatever it is that makes you unique is what you have to put out front, because that is now going to set you apart from, guess what, the top three artists in your genre. It gives you a fighting chance, okay? Now, can't be too unique, or it can't be too niche down. If you're too niche down, then we know where you're going to stay. This guy right here kind of looks like Masego on the guitar. I mean, on the saxophone. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, now, you want to distinguish what sets you apart. The music industry thrives on uniqueness. Your unique style, distinct sound, and original lyrics. These are your brand, your identity. Okay? Emphasizing what sets you apart helps you create a distinct brand in the music industry, reinforcing your confidence in your identity. Remember, creating your unique sound is more than just distinguishing yourself from others. It's an act of authentic self-expression and a testament to your artistry. I'm only going to talk about this for a little minute, but the authentic self-expression is what's necessary, because if the public can see that you're authentic in your self-expression, they're going to relate to you that much more because they see you in your element. If they feel that your self-expression is not authentic, then the style, the sound, and the lyrics aren't going to make a bit of difference. If this self-expression is authentic, okay, then it will be a testament to your artistry, period. Let's move on. Now, what if my unique style isn't as appealing to the masses as the current trends in the industry? Pause. We talked about the top three. But if you remember a few minutes ago, I said if you're too niche down, then you're not really going to shine as bright. But it doesn't mean that you're not good. You might be so unique to the point where there's only a small audience for you. So you have to figure out your success in that. Now, trends come and go, but authenticity lasts. Your unique style will resonate with the audience that truly appreciates your music, and this loyal audience is far more valuable in the long run than fleeting mass appeal, and this is so true. Now, what if focusing on a specific demographic alienates potential listeners from other groups? What if it does? Focusing on a specific demographic doesn't mean alienating others. It's about understanding who your core audience is and creating music that resonates deeply with them. This doesn't preclude others from enjoying your music. In fact, it often leads to broader appeal over time. Imagine this. If you're focusing on a demographic and it starts to spill out of that demographic, everybody else, it will gravitate towards you. But if you go too broad in the beginning, it's going to be overworked. You're going to be overworked, and you're going to see the efforts that you put in not go as far as you want them to, instead of focusing on a key demographic for you that relates to you. Like I said, book a call with me because it gets hefty. You got to figure this out. All right? It's not easy. Now, what if distinguishing my sound from others leads me to being misunderstood or not accepted by the industry? The thing is, you have to be authentic to yourself, but you also have to be good. I mean, you got to be great, right? So if you play guitar, but it's like, you know what I mean? And the guitar is a hindrance to the vocal outshines the guitar, but you're still trying to play the guitar, move the guitar out the way, right? If the vocal is not great, but the guitar is amazing, let the guitar shine a little bit more. Reduce the amount that you sing, reduce the lines of lyrics that you have, and let the guitar shine for you. The point is, you're not going to be misunderstood. A group of people will relate to you somewhere. The music industry, more than any other, appreciates and celebrates uniqueness. While it may be challenging initially, staying true to your sound will eventually earn you recognition and respect. Remember, and that's the truth, remember, many renowned artists face resistance in the beginning, but it's their perseverance and uniqueness that made them iconic in the industry. Straight up. So here's what you can do. Find the top 3 artists is easy. But now you need to buckle down and find out what makes you unique so that listeners will give you the time of day to consider your music. Figure out what makes you unique. Hone in on that. Refine it. And then you will begin to shine bright once you get out there, putting yourself out there and telling your story about this is who I am. This is how I make this. This is why I do it. This is why I love doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, all of this is great. You know where I'm going with this. It's so great to talk about your music, to hone in on your demographics, to do all the creative work. But it won't nearly be as great if you don't have a foundation to support it. So you're going to need the business side. I know it's not the creative side, and the business side ain't fun, but I got you covered. Check it out. I've created something called the 60-Day Record Label Course. It's a framework to establish your record label in a perfect 60-day sequence. Learn how to set up your LLC and bank account flawlessly, because you're going to need this. A lot of y'all missed this step. And then set up your records and publishing division to collect your domestic and international publishing royalties without the middleman taking 15%. Utilize the contract templates to get you in the game right away, but look at all the stuff that's covered. BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, the MLC, Music Reports, Harry Fox Agency, Luminate, AllMusic, ISRC.com, music distributors, and much more. It's so much more in here. I mean, it's not even funny. This will get your business side on point. And then on the other side, I got you covered when you book a call either before or after the course. Either way, we're going to work it out and you're going to win. Let's develop your strategy together on this call. But if this is your first time watching the show, grab the free stuff below. All in all, here's where you'll succeed. You'll have the unique brand identity that you need because you're focusing on you and you're becoming authentic. You'll have a loyal fan base because you focus on that authenticity, and you'll have increased confidence with artistic growth and industry recognition, all because it comes back down to the authenticity, the focused demographic, and the ability to share your talents with that demographic and your story with the demographic, okay? And then, of course, you'll achieve the commercial success, but that's without saying. Ultimately, if you fall off, it's simply because you have insufficient market research. You didn't do the stuff I talked about in the beginning. You have a lack of authenticity because what you're doing is not that unique. Maybe it's a hobby to you, right? Maybe you're not really trying hard enough. Maybe you don't really care about the music enough. And then you have inconsistent branding because you're trying all these different looks, meaning that you're doing it in the public. So you're going to have to take some time to shape who you are before you start branding your first incarnation of yourself in the game. All right. We got to get to here. So if you can apply some of the stuff that we talked about today, you can move from a state of conformity to a place of actual confidence. And this will allow you to get a more clear brand identity of yourself so that you will stand out from the crowd, because ultimately that's what you want to do. That's what you have to do in order to succeed. Okay. All right, Music Money Makers. So if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com. Jump into the 60-day record label course. Download the free stuff below. Book a call below. Everything's right below. And I'll see you next time. Peace.